This is Robert Chaen. We are right here at the KL Biennale 2017. So it's the first ever in the world for Kuala Lumpur. So I'm here with two distinguished guests. One is
Wairah Marzuki.
Is a former director of the National Art Gallery, and she can tell her history. And that's Jootha, is one of his first pioneer students, artists that the National Art Gallery promoted, of which I'm also now promoting him. So here I'd like to go back a bit of history, very short history of what's your background itself?
Well, the National Gallery, as was mentioned earlier, is opened in 1958, just 1 year after the Malaysian independence. So right then, it was in a small place, although it was the former Parliament of Malaysia then on Jalan Ampang. So then it was turned to the National Gallery, plus other offices.
So it's very important that obviously after 1 year of independence, it's important to promote culture and art.
Yes, it's really important indeed, because being 1 year of independence from Great Britain, here we are having our own National Gallery. Although it's small, for National Gallery of New Zealand, it's not just the building. It's not just the building.
It's what you represent.
Yeah, it's the collection, it's the people, so it's the communication that matters. So right then we have been there, and it's just 1,000 square meter in size.
Very small.
Very small. So we have to close in between exhibition, and there were only 3 staff at that time. One of the first staff. So, but it was great because then there was this art school. Earlier it was
just a few divisions, art school.
There's art schools, universities opening where they are having faculty of art. So the beginning of artists, blossoming of artists at large for Malaysia. So being in the National Gallery for 1,000 square meter is very challenging. You have to put in a storeroom, you have to put an office space, you have to put in between exhibition, closing event, opening event. So with
this is great that you're telling us some stories which we don't get to hear. We only hear all the normal stories, but we don't hear all this, the early struggle days, and also how you promote Jootha as one of the artists.
So when we were there in 1987, there was this opportunity for the National Gallery to move into a larger building, which was then the Majestic Hotel. The Majestic Hotel. So we moved from Jalan Ampang to the Majestic Hotel. Majestic Hotel was big. It was about 5,000 square meter, which is 3 times fold. Much bigger. But you see, Majestic Hotel is an historical venue for hotels, whereby many of the levels were rooms, hotel rooms. So again, having for exhibition is always a problem.
Yeah, because you cannot change things, and you can't partition things. So it has its problems.
And it's a heritage building, whereby in the heritage regulation, there's a lot of don'ts to destroy the facade. But whatever it is, we're there about 10 years. We have a ground floor, which quite an open space. We have a bigger storerooms. Only problem is the rooms that you divide into, so we cannot have a big exhibition plan.
And then you move to the third place,
and this is the place. So in the development of the arts and with the structure of the ministries then, so the country feel that National Gallery is big enough to move into business, because there's more universities. The UiTM University Technology Mara was the first art school, and lecturers were trained abroad, coming back with ideas,
so
big canvas, buzzing time. And there's a University of Science Pro Penang, you have an art academy. So there's more challenging for the country that we have to house collections, the art collection, the art activity, the artists. So that's how important.
So it was very quite challenging for you to make it modern, to encompass so many divisions now.
It is challenging, interesting, whereby because the artist begins to demand the space, demand their rights. And I was here, I've seen 3 venues, from Jalan Ampang to Majestic Hotel, and to the last venue, so this is about 12,000 square meter. Then spiral sale, because maybe we like this open space, and it was a privatized venture in terms that the land is government land. So the ministry at that time engaged the YTL, who got the contract to build this building at whatever it is in contra with the Majestic land. So that's the beginning of this. So basically this YTL's construction. And
when you had the first exhibition, what year?
First one, I think we moved here in 1998.
98?
That was when the Commonwealth Games was there.
Same year.
Yeah, so it was one the space is always there. There has, I mean, I have to count the number of galleries because I've left this place is in 1920.
Beautiful. It's got 3 levels.
20.
What's the structure like? 3 levels?
4 with the ground. Yeah. So, but it's angular building, so on the 3rd floor is smaller dimension.
And this area is very circular area because people can actually walk up spiral. They can hear a bit of echo.
Yes, but art is always a new thing, modern, challenging, vision, ideas. So
let's talk about artists and how do you then promote the artists?
Artists, when we started in Jalan Ampang, there's only 3 staff, and then we moved to the Magic Hotel. There were about 30 staff, so it grew, and now there's 100 or over staff. But artists, we have also, because it's a national institution, we have to realize the needs of the artists. Not many artists are all educated with university status, with carrying papers, diplomas, and at that type jobs of the national art and artists. I mean, it's accepted by, but one that is by the level of the road, by road front. So we have to think that not many able to get or was able to get education in the arts, understanding visual logics, in understanding the theory of arts, the history of arts, the beginning of arts, structure. And also in Malaysia then, also the story of the early arts, the cave painting are not being dealt with. Yeah, there's many historical cave painting, cave paintings. Yeah, it's interesting. I really wish that some of this fallen wall painting will preserve here for good. It will be, that's making things very alive for Malaysia.
Let me go to the artist here. There's Jootha here.
Hi.
So you say you have your beginnings, and can you talk about the work that she did?
She came to the gallery in 1973. I came into the gallery in 1974.
A year after?
Yeah, just a year after. And she was one of the 3 artists who basically brought me into the art world.
Really?
In child education.
So you kind of owe her.
Yeah. And she has been there ever since from 1973. And there's something very strange here.
Yes.
She has been in the gallery from Jalan Ampang, and then when she moved to the Majestic Hotel, and I was the first artist to win the Young Contemporary there.
Yes.
Okay.
You're the first artist to win the Young Contemporary, yes. In what year?
In Hotel Majestic.
Oh, you won it during that time. What year was that?
1984. And from there, I'm here now.
Tell about the work that she does. Anything you can,
Basically, if she's not here, I won't be here.
Bless, God bless.
So, obviously, Jootha is one of the first that you promoted. Is there any others that you? I'm sure there are many others.
Well, we call him Raju. Yeah.
We now brand him as Jootha.
So Raju was or is still unique, and he's self-taught. So, and I need lots of assistance at times. So he used to assist me running children art classes on every Saturday. Yes, we began the art classes together. He taught the art classes, training young children from 5 years old, because at that time there's no specific syllabus for art education. So this
So pioneering,
yeah, and to make it interesting because the art education, there's art in the school, there's art in the university, but some of these KL children, Saturday, Sunday do nothing. So every Saturday, Raju will help me to organize children arts centers, and from there it grew recently. During 1920s, we have special art for the children. I mean, children with special, we don't want to call disabilities, yeah, but children with challenge. So we have art for all, disability for all the children. I mean, we include to be inclusive. So we have activity art for all. That's magical, which I mean we have now in line with Thailand for art for the special needs.
So the KL Biennale, you feel this is a major milestone, major achievement?
It's I should say so, as National Gallery will be 60 years old next year.
60 years old, Diamond Jubilee.
Next year. 60 years old, right?
I'm 60 also.
60. So I mean from
so
1957,
I was
58.
born three days after independence.
Oh, so 58. So next year we will be 60 years of age, and this is ever the first time. It's wonderful to have, because Biennale have their own language.
Yes, their own jargon, their own way of doing things.
And in the country accept it, and it's plus it has its own language, you know, and it means 2 years once, which the country has to comply more the ministry or the National Gallery to comply.
What do you see what's your vision for future? I know you're retired, but I'm sure you have your vision that you hope that this will be carried out in the National Art Gallery on the art scene. Any vision?
Yes, it's should be carried as been promised earlier in the opening speech, and it's a good time to, because we are in line.